Hello and welcome to our Hanumanasana full splits flow. We'll get started. Constructive rest. Coming to lie down on your back, feet on the floor, knees up. Arms could rest by your sides or rest on the body, just allowing yourself to ground down and arrive. You'll start to bring your awareness into your breath. Really feeling the inhale, how the back presses into the ground. And as you exhale, feel for that release. So you start to invite the slowdown of the breath, filling the lungs all the way full as you inhale. Emptying all the way back out on your exhale. Coming into this flow of Samavritti, even inhale and exhale. Or if you like, this could be Ujjayi breath, adding a constriction back of the throat so you hear your breath travel through the nose. Welcome the sound. And as you're staying with your breath, bring to mind an intention for this practice. It can be a reminder what you're cultivating or anything else that's speaking to you today. Honor that. We're going to seal the intention in with 3 cleansing breaths. Keep the lips sealed. Deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, release it back out. And again, big inhale. Open the mouth, cleansing breath back out. One more round, inhale full. Open the mouth, release it back out. Sealing the lips again, come back to Ujjayi breath or Samavritti. So you find your flow. And as we move through our vinyasa practice, you can always bring your awareness back to your breath, back to being present in your body, and back to the intention that you've set. If your eyes are closed, you can open them here. Bring that right knee to the chest, give it a hug. And you might choose to keep hugging the knee, or you could change to a half happy baby, grabbing outer edge of the foot, playing with a little movement, swaying the hips side to side. Left knee could stay bent, or if you prefer, send the leg long on the ground. This will change to a hamstring stretch, sending the right foot overhead, interlace behind the thigh. You can find a little movement with the foot, pointing, flexing the toes, or some circles with the ankles. Just a really gentle warm-up right here. Eventually start keeping the foot flexed. You could draw the leg in. Keep this gentle to start, so not your deepest stretch of the day. Just finding a little bit of length in the back of the leg. Rebending the right knee to the chest, hug both knees in, take a little movement side to side. And we'll change sides, keeping left knee hugged, right leg to the ground or knee up. Maybe staying with that hug of the knee or taking that half happy baby, playing with a little movement, swaying the leg side to side. Feel that opening in the hip. And again, you can send the foot overhead, interlace behind the thigh. Find a little movement through the foot and the ankle, a little warm up here. Eventually keeping the foot flexed, draw the leg in, feel that lengthen back of the leg, staying with that slow, steady breath. Once again, you'll rebend the knee, both knees into chest. You can take a little movement, and you choose if you want to do a rock forward back, find the momentum to sit on up, or roll to your side, press yourself up, and we'll keep going to a tabletop pose, hands and knees on the mat, right into a cat and cow flow. With your inhale, the belly lowers, lift the gaze. Exhale to round the spine, shoulders stretch up to the sky. You could keep going with this cat and cow, following your breath, or if you want to add other shapes, you're welcome to explore. So that could be coming to a child's pose, lifting back up, maybe adding some circles around the hands and the knees. You're just finding some fluid movement, staying connected to your breath. And on your own timing, let this transition you to a downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Curling the toes, lifting hips high. You can keep it moving as you arrive, bending one knee and the other, warming up the calves, the hamstrings. And while you're here, take a bend at both knees. Firmly press palms to the ground to lift hips up and back. Find that length through the spine, chest pressing back to the thighs. And maybe then you start pressing heels down, straightening the legs, lengthening the whole backside body. A few more breaths. Slowly start walking feet to your hands. You're coming to a ragdoll fold at the top of the mat. Soft bend of the knees, option to grip opposite elbows, adding a sway of the shoulders, a shake of the head. Let everything hang loose. Releasing the elbow grip. On your inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, rise to stand, arms reach overhead. Meeting in Tadasana, mountain pose. We'll take it to Surya Namaskar. On your inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, forward fold. You're welcome to keep a soft bend of the knees. On your inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, release down, step back, downward facing dog. There's the option to stay or come forward, plank pose. Take your Vinyasa Flow. Exhale, you could lower knees, chest, chin, or a chaturanga. Inhale through cobra or up dog. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. I'll do a reminder, you're always welcome to take any variation, any modification, or a rest pose at any time. Make this practice your own today. Looking to your hands, walk or hop forward, fold top of the mat. On an inhale, half lift. Exhale, release down. Inhale, rise to stand, arms reach overhead. Meeting hands, prayer, heart center, and back to mountain pose. So once again, inhale, lift high. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release, step back, downward facing dog. Either stay or come forward, high plank. Take the Vinyasa Flow. Exhale to lower. Inhale, scoop the heart forward. Meeting back, Adho Mukha, downward facing. Couple breaths right here. Looking to your hands, you walk or hop forward, fold top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release down. Inhale, rise to stand. This time on your exhale, lower down on your forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release, step back, downward facing dog. Either stay or rock forward, plank pose. Take your flow. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, bhujangasana or Urdhva Mukha. Meeting back, downward facing dog. Couple breaths here. Again, you walk or hop forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release down. Inhale, rise to stand. Meeting in Tadasana, mountain pose. We'll add on, take it to Utkatasana, chair pose. Sitting hips low, arms lift high. Stay here for your inhale. On your exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release down, right leg back for a low lunge, arms lift overhead. If that bottom knee is sensitive, add some padding. You could add a blanket, just getting a little cushioning to support the knees. Lifting the gaze up between the hands will flow with the breath. Stay here for your inhale. On your exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, slow pull down. 2 more at your own pace. Inhale to lift. Exhale, feel like you're pulling down on something. Last time, inhale to rise. Cactusing the arms, keep going to an interlace behind the back. Shoulders squeeze together as you lift the gaze, open the front body. Releasing hands to the ground, step it back, plank pose. Take a Vinyasa Flow or simply go back to your downward facing dog. From down dog, right leg lifts. Exhale, step forward, low lunge. You have the choice if you want to either add blocks framing that front foot, or if you prefer, hands could come top of that front thigh. We're going to send the hips forward, lift up with the chest, and you should feel this lengthen, that left quad, left hip. Keep lengthening up through the heart center, hands to blocks through the thigh, getting that whole extension through the front body, really feeling that opening through that front left hip flexor here. A few more breaths. Changing this to Ardha Hanumanasana half splits, hands to the blocks. Send the hips back as you straighten the front leg, flexing toes back in towards the face. Once you arrive here with your inhale, take a lift of the chest. Exhale, reach your heart forward, down, folding over that front leg. Add just a little bit of movement, ball of the foot, pulsing forward, back, finding that hamstring stretch again. We're going to add on a flow. With the inhale, rebend that front knee, hips forward, lift the chest. You're finding that hip flexor opening. On your exhale, hips go back, half splits, hamstring stretch. Make sure this feels comfortable in your body. Inhale, coming forward, finding that hip flexor opening. Exhale back, Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. So you go at your own pace. Slowly just exploring these two poses, a little bit of release each time you enter the shape. And you can find that connection with the breath. Just allowing this to be a soft, gentle warm-up, dynamic movement. One more round. And the next time that front knee is bent, blocks aside, step it up, forward fold, top of the mat. On your inhale, half lift. Exhale, release down. Inhale, rise up to stand. Meeting back, mountain pose. Once again, Utkatasana, hips low, heart lifts high. Stay here for your inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release down, left leg back, low lunge. Bring the arms up overhead. Lift the gaze. We're going to take that flow. Stay here for your inhale. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, arms lift high. Exhale, lower the arms. Feel the heart rise. 2 more times. Inhale to rise. Exhale, slow pull down. Inhale, lift. Exhale to cactus. Keep going to the interlace behind the back. Shoulders squeeze together as you open the heart center. Hands return to the ground. Step it back, plank pose. Take a Vinyasa Flow or your choice to journey back to a downward facing dog. Back and down dog, left leg lifts. Exhale, step forward, low lunge. Again, you could have blocks frame the front leg or bring hands top of the front thigh. Send the hips forward, lift through the body. Feel that open, the right quad, right hip. Nice long line all the way through that front side. Really feeling that opening, especially through that front hip right here. 2 more breaths. Changing to your half splits. Blocks frame the front leg, send the hips back, flex toes in. Once you've arrived here, use your inhale to add a lift with the chest. Keep that lift going as you bow over that front leg. If you wanted to add little pulses, ball the foot forward, back. Again, easing into this hamstring opener. And when you're ready, we'll add on the flow. With the inhale, bend the front knee, lift the heart, feel that open right hip. As you exhale, take it back, half splits, hamstring stretch. You move at your own pace, keeping this gentle in your body. Using this dynamic movement to visit each pose, not staying too long, but just starting to explore, going a little further each time you revisit. 2 more cycles. And the next time that front knee bends, step it up, forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release down. Inhale, rise to stand. Kneading back to Tadasana mountain pose. Once again, it's Utkatasana. Changing to a diver's variation, arms by the sides. Lift the heels so you're balancing toes and balls of the feet. Stay here for your inhale. Exhale, forward fold, feet flat on the ground. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release, right leg back, low lunge, bring the arms overhead. Cactusing the arms, we'll sweep arms forward, eagle wrap, left over right, either eagle bind or wrap yourself in a hug. Pressing elbows forward so you feel that space between the shoulders open, breathing into the back. Unwind the hands, hands to the earth, step it back, take a vinyasa flow, travel back, downward facing dog. Back in your down dog, the right leg lifts. Take a scorpion variation to stack the hips, bend the top knee, adding a little movement, warming up right leg, right hip. Coming back to your 3-legged dog. On your exhale, we step that right foot outside the right hand. Let the back knee lower down. It's a lizard pose. You might stay here, opening up in the inner hip, or maybe let the knee open to the side. Some people like to come down to the forearms or come down to a block. You can see if those variations are right for you. Maybe even adding a little sway side to side. So again, we're just doing some gentle movement, opening up in that inner right hip. One more big breath here. If you're on forearms, come back up to the palms. You're going to add your blocks inside that front foot. So, bringing hips forward, lifting the chest. We're back into this variation of lizard pose, opening up in the inner right hip, but also getting a little opening for that front left hip flexor. All right, just remember the shape. And then we'll change this to a half splits variation. Send the hips back, straighten front legs, flex the toes in. We're finding that hamstring stretch. And we take it to a flow. So as you inhale, rebend the front knee, variation on lizard pose. Right back to that variation of half splits. You follow your own breath here. Inhale brings you forward, opening through the hips, lifting the heart. Exhale, hips go back. Find that lengthen through the back of the thigh. 2 more rounds like this, keeping it slow, keeping it gentle in your body. And the next time that front knee bends, blocks aside, step it up to Malasana Yogi squat. Left foot steps outside, left hand, hips are low, palms prayer, heart center. Nice little hip opener here, just here for a couple of breaths. Releasing hands to the earth, straighten the legs, walk feet back together, forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, rise to stand. Meeting back to Tadasana mountain pose. Once again, Utkatasana, sitting low, arms lift. Changing to your divers, arms to the sides. Lift the heels, find your balance. Stay here for your inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release down, left leg back, low lunge, bring the arms overhead. Cactusing the arms, swipe it forward, eagle wrap. Right arm over the left, either your eagle bind or your hug. Pressing elbows forward, feel the scapula open up, leaving space to the back of the heart. Hands return back to the ground, step it back, plank pose. Take your choice of a Vinyasa flow. Meeting back in down dog, left leg lifts. Keep it lifted. Add a stack of the hips, bending the leg. Maybe add some ankle circles, some knee circles, warming up left side. Back to your three-legged dog. On your exhale, step left foot forward, outside left hand, back knee lowers, lizard pose. Same options here. You could let the knee open to the side, maybe staying on the palms or dropping down to the forearms. You can add a little movement side to side. Just play with that hip opener, a few breaths. If you're on your forearms, come back up to the palms. You're going to add your blocks inside the front foot. Hips forward, lift the chest. Feel that open inner left hip, right hip flexor. Make a mental note of this shape. We're coming back to it. In the meantime, it's your half splits variation, straightening that front leg, flexing toes in, find your hamstring stretch. And when you're ready, we're going to flow. Inhale to rebend the front knee, lift the heart, feel the hips open. Exhale back, Ardha Hanumanasana, hamstring stretch. Slow and steady, follow your breath, really consciously slow it down. Just getting curious how each pose feels each time you return. So maybe there's a little more opening, a little invitation to go deeper. Great if that's there, but don't force it. Taking one more cycle like this. And the next time that front knee bends, move blocks aside, step it up to your Malasana Yogi squat. Right foot steps outside, right hand. Pelvis grounds down, keep a lift through the rest of the spine. So we find that hip opener, but you're also lengthening that heart up. One more breath. Hands to the ground, straight legs, walk feet back together, forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release down. Inhale, rise to stand. Meeting back, Tadasana mountain pose. Cleansing breath here, big inhale. Open the mouth, release it out. On your inhale, arms lift overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release down, either step to plank or hop into chaturanga. Take a vinyasa flow, meet back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Cleansing breath again, inhale. Open the mouth, release it out. From your down dog, right leg will lift. Exhale, step forward, high lunge. If you have props, you might want to move them out of the way. Find your balance as arms lift high overhead. Hands are going to come to hips. Walk that back foot in just a few inches for a pyramid pose, parsvottanasana. Straightening both legs, hips are forward. Keep a lift through the chest, through the spine as you add a fold over that front leg. So if you feel the back start to round, lift up just a little bit, reset. Hands might stay to hips, or maybe you can add blocks framing that front foot, hands to the blocks. Just like you had in your half splits, we're keeping that heart reaching forward as we come down. So we're lengthening that whole backside body. You can choose if you want to stay right here or adding on a twist. If you're twisting, really have a block or some prop underneath that left hand. Press into the left hand as you open up that right arm overhead. Does not need to be your deepest twist. I know that front knee is going to want to bend, so check in. Do your best to keep it straight, even if that means backing off your twist just a little bit. We're finding that hamstring stretch just a slightly different angle. One more breath. Releasing the twist. Blocks aside, step it up, forward fold, top of the mat. Give yourself a little shake off right here. And you'll add a deep bend both knees. Peace sign fingers, grab the big toes, Padangusthasana. When you have that grip of the toes, Slowly start to straighten the legs. It's fine if legs are not all the way straight. We're just lengthening this backside, completing this bind between the hands and the feet. A few breaths right here. Releasing grip of the feet on an inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, rise to stand. Leaning back to Tadasana. Couple breaths here, finding grounding through the feet, lifting up through the rest of the body. And we're going to set up to balance, bringing weight into the left leg, hands to hips, right knee will lift. Just take a moment to find your stabilization. You could stay or maybe explore sending that right leg out long, sending the heel as far forward as you can. You need to use that strength of that right quad to keep the leg lifted up. For even more challenge, the arms lift overhead. It's harder than it looks. Keep grounding through that standing leg, lengthening vertically through the hands, through crown of the head, sending that right heel forward. One more breath. Good. Adding on a twist, rebend that right leg. Right arm goes back as left arm finds the outer thigh. And you might stay here if you want to play with an extension. Left hand grabs outer edge right foot. Curl in for a moment to find that grip, and you can play with that extension even if the leg is not going all the way straight. Use your strength to keep that lift through the body, slowly finding that extension in each every direction. One more breath. When you're ready to release back to your mountain pose, give yourself a shake off here. On your next inhale, arms lift overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release down. Step or hop, plank or chaturanga. Travel through your flow. Back and down dog, big inhale. Open the mouth, clear it out. From your down dog, left leg lifts. Exhale, step forward, high lunge. Find your balance, arms overhead. Changing hands to the hips, step the back foot in, parsvottanasana, pyramid pose, straight legs. Keep that lift and length through the spine. You're going to add that fold over the front leg. Take it slow and take your time, keeping that extension, heart reaching forward as you find your hamstring stretch. Hands might stay to the hips, maybe to blocks framing that front leg. If you have your blocks, you could really press hands to the props. Use that leverage to keep that heart extending forward. 2 more breaths. Option to stay here. If you're adding your twist, keep that right hand grounded. Press into the right hand. That left arm is going to lift overhead. And as you enter the twist, take that check-in with the front leg. We're finding that nice straight, no bend in the knee, but adding that breath coming all the way through that back of the leg. So even though lungs are only through those upper 2/3 of the back, you can use this breath energy, imagining this cleansing with each exhale to allow for a little more release in these shapes. Last breath here. Releasing the twist, blocks aside, step it up, forward fold, top of the mat. Give yourself another shake off. And again, it's a deep bend, both knees. Either peace sign fingers grab big toes or padahastasana. Palms under soles of the feet, toes are right in the wrist crease. And if you have that grip, you can slowly start straightening the legs. A few breaths here. Releasing grip of the feet. On an inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, rise up to stand. Meeting back into Tadasana, mountain pose. Couple breaths here. Find your center, find your balance. Bring weight over into the right leg, hands to hips, left knee lifts. You could stay or add that extension, straightening the leg, using strength of the left quad to really lift up. Maybe you're adding those arms overhead. Imagine yourself growing as big as you can vertically, lengthening heel as far forward as you can. One more breath here. Adding the twist. For a moment, we'll rebend that left leg. Left arm back, right hand to the outer thigh. And you could choose to stay, or even if you didn't do it first time around, maybe you play with grabbing outer edge of the left foot, slowly starting to straighten the leg. Even if it doesn't go all the way straight, that's fine. You're still playing with the sense of extending every direction. A few more breaths right here. Release back to Tadasana Mountain Pose. Maybe a little shake off as you arrive. On an inhale, arms lift high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release down. Take it back, plank pose. Travel through your flow. Meeting back in down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step forward. Warrior one. Back heel grounds. Arms lift high. Cactus the arms. Keep it going to an interlace behind the back. Shoulders squeeze together as you lift the gaze, look up. Keeping your interlace. We'll change this to humble warrior. Shirangustasana, reaching that heart forward, down. Hands could stay in the interlace or change to a forearm grip. But keep those fingers reaching top of the mat. You're finding that extension in the shoulders as you bow forward. Keep the chest low. Place hands to the ground inside the front foot. Take a quarter turn to face the long edge of your mat. Parallel feet, straight legs. Wide leg forward fold. Hands might come to the ground, maybe an elbow grip. Your choice for about 4 more breaths. If you wanted to add a bend of the knees, opening the hips, swaying the shoulders, shaking the head, add a little movement if that's calling to you. Grounding the feet, hands come to hips with a flat back, rise to stand. Star pose, Utthita Tadasana, arms going tall and wide, extending big. And then we'll pivot to a warrior two, facing front of the mat. From here, start to straighten the front leg. We're coming to triangle. You might step the back foot in slightly, shifting forward, rotating the arms. Bottom hand might rest on the shin or come to a block inside that front foot. Really feeling that heart rotate up. And again, you can check in with that front leg. So keep that knee pretty straight and in line with the leg. Feeling that opening through that front hip and front inner thigh. One more breath. You might stay, or if you want to take it to Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, bring weight front leg. Step into it as you find your balance. Great option to add a block under that bottom palm. Hand presses into the block. You get that leverage to keep rotating that heart high, feeling for that extension every single direction. One more breath. Landing right back in your warrior two. On an inhale, reverse with the arms. Exhale, cartwheel hands to the ground. Step it back, plank pose. Travel through a vinyasa flow. Few breaths here in your down dog. Ground back down. On the second side, from your down dog, left leg lifts. Exhale, step forward. Virabhadrasana A, warrior one. Cactusing the arms. Keep going to the interlace behind, shoulders squeeze together, lifting the gaze. So right here, it's a little bit of a back bend. You feel that lift through the heart, but also through that hip flexor again. That whole front body opens. Keeping your interlace. Humble warrior. Heart reaches forward, down. Let the head hang heavy. You might give it a little shake. Remind it to release. A few breaths right here. Place hands to the ground, quarter turn to face long edge of the mat. It's your wide leg forward fold. Parallel feet, straight legs, your choice of arms. If you want a little deeper hamstring stretch, you could walk the fingers between the legs. About 4 more breaths right here. And again, hands come to hips. With a flat back, lift up to stand, star pose. Every limb grows big. Pivot to your warrior two, facing front of the room. We're going to straighten the front leg. Maybe step the back foot in. Trikonasana triangle pose. Reach forward, find your rotation. And you can really pay attention to the legs grounding through the feet. Slight squeeze of the inner thighs in together. You're going to get that lift of the hips. Keep that lift going. Crown of the head lengthening forward, arms out wide. So if you remember star pose just a moment ago, same sensation. You're trying to lengthen out long every direction. You choose if you're staying here in triangle or Ardha Chandrasana. Bring weight front legs, step into it. You might add your block. Left hand grounds to the block, opening that heart up to the sky. Think of yourself extending as big as you can. The more you extend, the more stability you have in your balance poses. Last breath here. Landing back in your warrior two. On an inhale, reverse with the arms. Exhale, cartwheel hands to the ground. Take it back. Optional Vinyasa Flow. Meet back downward facing dog. Few breaths here in down dog. And once again, down dog, right leg lifts. Exhale, step forward, Virabhadrasana A. Arms lift overhead. We're going to take this to an arch your arms variation, bringing right hand to the base of the neck. Left hand might press into the top elbow. You're going to find a tricep stretch. Or if you're familiar with the bind, that left hand could come behind the back. Maybe the fingers bind, or maybe you're just holding on back of the shirt. Wherever you are, feel that lift opening heart center. And we're going to keep this arm position. Change to face long edge of the mat for a goddess pose. Toes point out, deep bend to the knees. So we have this hip opener, really grounding the pelvis down, keeping the lift of the heart lifting high. If you want to add a little sway, we're here for 2 more breaths, staying strong. Release to your star pose, parallel feet, lift the arms. And again, position it to a warrior two, facing front of the mat. On an inhale, reverse with the arms. Exhale, side angle pose, parsvottanasana. You might have the front forearm to the thigh, or a little deeper is bringing bottom hand to a block or the ground. We're here for about 4 breaths, any variation of your choice. Ground through that back leg. Feel that lift and lengthening through the top side body. 2 more breaths. Changing this to an easy twist. Left hand comes to the earth. Spin the back heel up. Right arm lifts overhead. Right hand returns down. Lower the back knee. Grab your blocks to frame front leg. It is half splits or full splits, your choice. If you're coming to your half splits, send the heel forward, flex the toes. Just like you did before, you're going to keep that length of the heart as you fold over that front leg. If you want to take it to a full splits, and I encourage you to do so, we're pretty warm through the hip flexors, through the hamstrings, so today is your day. You're welcome to start walking that back foot back, hands to the tops of the blocks. You can use your upper body strength just to press into the blocks. Keep whatever lift feels right for you. So as you send that front heel forward, walk those back toes back. You can use either hands to the blocks, keeping enough lift so you're not going too far where it feels like you can't breathe, nice and smooth. Or if your body's at the right height where it is just lifted off the ground, you might add a block under that front hip and thigh. So 2 options with your props. And of course, if your hips are reaching the ground, that's great as well. Find some support that feels right for you. And as you arrive here, you're going to slow down the breath. Consciously coming back to that Ujjayi breath. Nice even inhale, exhale. And it's a signal to our nervous system, this slow, even breath, that we feel okay in these shapes. It's okay for the muscles to lengthen and let go. And as we hold here, you may even notice, just with a little bit of time, there's a little more release, a little more allowance to come deeper in the shape. So a few more breaths, exploring Hanumanasana. Last big breath right here. Slowly start to rebend that front leg. Blocks aside. Take it back to a tabletop pose, and it might feel nice shaking off the right leg. Or this half plank where you curl the toes, take little pulses forward, back. Just realign the hip in a neutral position. Yeah, and you'll travel back to your downward facing dog. Maybe that's taking a Vinyasa Flow or whatever movement feels right for you. Release, reset, meet back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. From your down dog, second side, left leg lifts. Exhale, step forward, Virabhadrasana A, arms overhead to begin. Taking your archer arms, left hand base of the neck, right hand to the top elbow, find your tricep stretch. And you could stay, or if you want to add that bind behind the back, right hand will snake behind. Maybe you have a bind of the fingers, just hold on to the shirt. Feel that opening through the heart center. Keeping archer arms, you pivot to a goddess pose, facing long side of the mat. Really ground the pelvis down. We're pretty warm in the hips, so you might come down just another inch or two. Little sway side to side. Few breaths here. Release star pose. Utthita Tadasana, growing big. And again, we pivot. Warrior two. On your inhale, reverse with the arms. Exhale, side angle pose. Any variation of your choice, really feeling for that expansion through the top side body. Find that sense of expanding that upper rib cage. 2 more breaths. Transitioning into your easy twist. Bring the right hand to the ground, back heel spins up, left arm overhead, feeling that twist deepen in the upper back. Release left hand down. Back knee lowers. Here we go. It's either half splits or full splits, your choice. Walking that front heel forward, toes flex in. If you're doing your half splits, you're adding on a fold. If you're taking your full splits, even if you didn't do it first time around, you're welcome to explore right here. And slowly start walking that back foot back. Taking your time, readjusting the props. Sending that front heel forward, back toes back. Hands might stay top of blocks. Maybe you're bringing a block under that front thigh. Wherever you are, try to keep the hips square front of the mat. There's a tendency to want to cheat outwards. Do your best, even if it means coming up just a little bit, keeping especially that right hip forward. So we're finding a nice deep stretch through that front hamstring, back right hip flexor, and most importantly, breathing. Slow breaths again. A Ujjayi breath from the start of class. Nice even inhale, exhale. Just remind your body we're okay right here, because you are. Taking one more big breath. Start to rebend that front leg, blocks the side, take it back to your tabletop pose. You can shake off the left leg, come back to a half plank, little pulses forward, back, release. Once again, you can choose if you're taking a Vinyasa Flow or simply going straight back, downward facing dog. Take a cleansing breath here. Big inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, release it out. And from here, you choose if you want to come to a pigeon pose, or if you prefer, it's a figure 4 on your back. From down dog, right leg will lift. If you're taking pigeon, sweep that right shin forward, let the back leg lower. You're very welcome to add some props, maybe a blanket under that front hip, either staying lifted or walking arms forward, letting the forehead rest. We're here about a minute each side, so if it feels better, you can always come onto your back, crossing the right ankle, left thigh, figure 4, interlacing to draw the legs in. You're going to have that exact same hip opener. So as you arrive, just notice the heart rate slowing down. Again, consciously slow down the breath. And you can invite the mind to slow down as well. Taking one more big breath right here. If you're in your pigeon pose, start walking arms in. If you're on your back, you can uncross the legs, find a little movement. For those who are in pigeon, you might take a vinyasa, maybe just head straight back to your down dog. And if you're on your back, you can change sides anytime, figure 4. For those taking pigeon other side, when you're back in your down dog, the left leg will lift. Sweeping left shin forward, let that back leg lower, hips stay forward. Maybe adding some props to support. Maybe reclining to let the forehead rest. Notice where you're feeling that opening through that left outer hip. Breathe your awareness there. And then just check in so you can bring awareness to that right leg. Notice the middle and upper back, adding a nod of the head or a wiggle of the jaw. See what could let go right here. Taking one more breath right here. For those in pigeon, walk the arms back in. If you're on your back, you can release, shake it off. You might take a vinyasa or any movement. Maybe coming back to your down dog or simply returning to a child's pose. And on your own timing, you're going to make your way into a seat however you want to get there. There's no rush. Eventually, making your way to Dandasana, staff pose, sending the legs out long, sitting up nice and tall. We're setting up for a few rounds of forward folds. So if you wanted to sit on the edge of a folded blanket, sometimes that's a nice tool just to get a little lift of the hips. And again, seated, legs extended. Take it to parsvottanasana, reaching arms overhead. Exhale, folding over the legs. Hands could reach the calves, ankles, maybe the feet. We've done a lot of hamstring stretching today, so this should just be a really gentle variation, allowing yourself to melt into the shape. A few breaths here. Bring yourself back up, sitting in Dandasana, staff pose, maybe a shake off of the legs. And we'll change this to Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees out wide. One more fold, reaching the heart forward, down. You could also press forearms into the thighs, get a little more opening in the hips. And again, rise back up to your seat. Bring the knees in together, feet on the floor, fingertips behind. You could add a little sway of the knees side to side. And you'll start making your way to lie back down. Feet on the floor, knees up. We're taking 2 rounds of bridge or any back bend of your choice. If you wanted to use your block for a supported variation, you're welcome to. Coming back to feet on the floor, knees up. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift hips high. Satupandasana, bridge pose. You could add an interlace behind the back, coming tops of the shoulders, really feeling that lift of the front body. Two more breaths. Start to lower it back down. Constructive rest. Find a neutral spine, letting knees press in together. And you can choose if you want to stay resting or come up for one more back bend, maybe Satupandasana or Urdhva Dhanurasana. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lifting high. Taking one more breath. Slowly release back down, back to constructive rest, finding your neutral spine. And bringing knees into the chest, you can add a little rock side to side. And we'll set this up for a twist. Arms could go wide or cactus the arms. Knees stay bent as you let knees roll to the right, looking back at the left arm. Sometimes it's nice adding a block between the thighs. You're welcome to add that if that's right for you. Taking one more breath in your twist. Release back through center. Take that twist other side. Knees roll to the left, looking back opposite arm. And again, you'll come back to center. Hug knees into the chest. You might roll as a ball or a full happy baby, grabbing the feet, playing with some movement side to side. Feel free to add any last movement or any last pose you might like before we set up for Shavasana. Whenever you're ready, you can let the legs extend long. Arms rest by the sides. Feel free to add any props to set yourself up. Once again, just letting breath return back to a natural rhythm. Feeling the support of the earth beneath you. So you allow yourself to release the sense of active practice and enter into a more yin-like state where you simply lie back, receive. And you'll start bringing awareness back into your breath. Bring movement to the fingers and the toes. Slowly you can roll to one side. Just linger in that state of Shavasana. And finding that connection to the earth. Keep that state of groundedness as you press hands into the floor. Coming back up to a comfortable seat. Bring hands to prayer heart center, Anjali Mudra. Connect back to your intention from the start of practice. Notice what's shifted. Now you can take that intention back out for the rest of your day. Or if you like, you could set a new intention now. Take a cleansing breath, big inhale. Open the mouth, release it out. And we'll inhale for the sound of Om.